What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rambling Garage. Here today we got another Dodge Ram video. We're going to put a little intake on this truck. This is going to be a little bit different for me. I usually go with like the more expensive, $350 intakes, just because I want to make sure they have that good seal. I don't want to end up putting a warm air intake on my truck, as you guys have probably heard about that in the past. As you know, on the Trans Am I have a Volant. On the Jeep I had an AFE. I like them both very much. Still like them both. Now the Jeep's gone, but so I was looking at like SMB, and then I think Corsa has an intake for this truck and stuff like that. But they're all $300 some, and it's an intake. You're really not going to gain that much power from it. So I was looking around, and somebody posted actually. Let's see. Let's take a look at this one. Somebody posted a Spectre intake, and you can see the part number. I don't know if that part number is correct, because if we look here, it says 09 to 2012, and then down here it says 12 to 2019. So I will put the correct part number in the description. But we're going to take a look at this thing. We're going to crack this open, see what's there. This one does seal to the hood, so it seals off. And I think these new are right around 150 bucks. I'm not usually a big Spectre fan, but then doing a little research, I believe they are made in the same building as the K&N filters, so they're probably roughly about the same thing. They're an oiled filter, and yeah, I think it'll be fine. I got this as an open box display sale for 100 bucks shipped, and you really can't beat that for an intake that actually seals off and is a cold air intake. So we're gonna crack this open. We'll start with the install, and then we'll do a little review after. So let's take a look at this. Got my nice little Street Speed giveaway tactical knife here, the MTech. Pretty cool knife for opening boxes. That might be about it. Alrighty guys, so don't mind the mess here, but we do have our Spectre intake here. This is actually a pretty big size intake, or a pretty big size filter. We have the box. It does look like it's maybe bent a little bit on the edges. We'll see if that affects installation. You can kind of see that. Might just be how it's designed. I had heard rumors about this potentially getting rusty, but that's actually a pretty nice finish on there. I'd say that's comparable with the AFE finish that I had on my Cherokee. If you look over here, we have the intake tube, as you can see on one of the edges. It does have a little mark on there. And, this is going under the hood, so I don't really care what it looks like, but this is supposed to be a display sale, and this thing looks basically new. We do have our rubber pieces here. This is like a flex clamp type deal, or a flex coupler. I might end up ditching that, so I'm going to measure that, maybe order something, and then we just have our clamps there. These actually look like pretty nice clamps, so let's go pop the hood and start the installation. Alright, so here we have it installed. You can see that it's not super shiny. I like it that way. Couple cons right now is that grommet there doesn't hold that very tight. I don't know if that'll be an issue, but I might replace that grommet. Also, the tube that comes through here is definitely not long enough. That's just barely holding on there, so I'll have to replace that. The easiest way to get it on, if you also get a short tube like that, is tighten it here, and then make it fit in here. It'll go in a lot easier. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. It uses the lower factory air box, so it has air coming in here. It's got a nice looking filter there. We'll just step back and take a look. So let's go for a drive. Alright, so first things first on startup, way more power. You can tell she probably gained about 30 horse. Yeah, that's a joke. Obviously no noticeable changes during startup. If we look here, no initial check engine lights or anything. Only thing I'd be concerned of is like mass airflow sensor with the oiled filter, but I don't think we're going to run into that because the sensor is so far downstream. So let's go for a ride. So we do have the carbon progressive, so we'll kind of hear that in the background, but I'm going to see if we get any noise from the filter up front here, and just see how the throttle response is. Usually people say they feel a lot of power gain from these. I would say what that usually is more so the throttle response. You're just used to a little less throttle response with the factory intake. So alright, so we're gonna pull up here and turn around after traffic goes on by. And we'll just get on it a little bit, see what it feels like, see if it makes much noise. I'll let you guys hear that firsthand. Definitely makes some sort of noise up there. We'll have to take a look. It almost sounded like there's a leak, so I want to take a look and make sure that we have everything tightened down. Throttle response was maybe a little improved, not too different. Overall, I think it's a solid intake, so we'll head back to the house and we'll review. Alright guys, so overall review on the Spectre. I did take a look to see if I had any loose hose clamps or anything like that. I did not. I had a grommet that was not all the way tight up to the wall of the intake, so the filter is actually just kind of bouncing around a little bit, and that's what I heard. So that was an install error and resolved it pretty quick there. So overall review, I'd say it looks pretty good. There are definitely some better looking intakes out there on the market, but I do like that you can see the filter and stuff. So I'd say in terms of looks for the price is pretty good. Install was pretty easy. They did have that one hose that was just not long enough. We kind of made it work. So there was that, and then I did show you the one grommet that was not long enough as well. So just a couple little things, but for $100, I think you're going to see that type of thing. 150. So again, not very big deals. Overall performance, like any intake, there's noticeable noise, maybe a little throttle response, but that's about it. You're not really going to pick up any horsepower. Maybe we gained, I don't know, 1 horsepower or something like that, but that's about it. So overall, I'd say it's a good intake. Knowing what intakes do, you pay a lot less, you get the same overall benefit, and maybe we'll get some gas mileage out of it, although probably not. So there you go. Take a look at the Spectre intake. I'll put the part number down in the description, and I want to thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.